If you want to know how quickly someone is actually aging at the cellular level, don't look at their face. Look at two specific things almost no doctor measures: the length of their telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of their chromosomes that shorten every time a cell divides, and the level of cortisol quietly circulating in their bloodstream while they sleep at night. Here is what most people are never told. Telomeres are like the plastic tips at the end of shoelaces. They protect your DNA every time a cell divides, but they get a little shorter with each division. When they become too short, the cell can no longer divide safely and either stops functioning or dies. The rate at which they shorten determines, in significant part, how fast you actually age. And one of the most powerful accelerators of telomere shortening, documented across dozens of peer-reviewed studies, is chronic elevated cortisol. A landmark study from UCLA found that cortisol directly suppresses the activity of telomerase, the enzyme responsible for maintaining and rebuilding telomere length. The more stress hormone circulating in your body, especially at night, the faster your telomeres shrink. But there is one green drink, consumed in the evening before bed, that peer-reviewed research has linked to both lower nighttime cortisol and protection of telomere length over time. The drink takes less than 3 minutes to prepare. The ingredients cost only pennies per serving, and every component has documented science supporting its specific role. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to drink, exactly when to drink it, and exactly how it works inside your cells. Most people believe that telomere shortening is purely a function of time. After a certain age, your cells just stop being able to divide, and there is nothing you can do. But after nearly 15 years in emergency medicine and preventive care, I have watched something quietly contradict that belief. Telomere shortening is heavily influenced by oxidative stress and chronic cortisol exposure, and both of those are modifiable through specific dietary and behavioral inputs. The cells responding to those inputs are still inside you. Hi, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm an emergency medicine physician with nearly 15 years in clinical and preventive care, and I have spent the last decade studying the cellular biology of aging. The research on this particular green drink surprised me because the mechanisms were not soft or speculative. They were direct, repeatable, and consistently observed across independent research centers. A simple combination of 2 ancient algae plus 1 calming herb consumed in the evening addresses 2 of the most important drivers of biological aging at the same time. In this video, I am going to walk you through why telomeres shorten and cortisol rises after 50. The specific green drink with scientific proof that supports telomere protection and lowers nighttime cortisol. 3 precise biological mechanisms behind the effect. The exact evening protocol drawn from the research, and the 4 common mistakes that quietly cancel the benefits. Quick favor before we go deeper. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take 2 seconds to do that now. It is free, and it directly helps real, evidence-based health information reach more adults over 50 who deserve to hear it. Let me give you the framework first. Picture your chromosomes as long strands with protective caps on each end. Those caps are your telomeres. Every time a cell divides, the caps get slightly shorter. In a healthy young body, an enzyme called telomerase actively rebuilds and maintains the caps. As we age, telomerase activity declines. The caps shorten faster than they are rebuilt. Cells become senescent, meaning they stop dividing and start producing inflammatory compounds that damage surrounding tissue. This process accelerates dramatically under conditions of chronic stress, because cortisol, the primary stress hormone, directly suppresses telomerase activity according to the UCLA research mentioned earlier. Here is the part nobody talks about enough. Both sides of this equation respond to dietary and behavioral inputs. Oxidative stress on telomeres can be reduced through specific antioxidant compounds. Cortisol levels can be lowered through compounds that support the parasympathetic nervous system, especially in the evening when the body should be transitioning into recovery mode. The green drink at the center of this video combines chlorella, spirulina, and lemon balm, three ingredients used for thousands of years across different cultures and now supported by modern research for their effects on cellular aging and stress recovery. Let me walk you through the three specific mechanisms. Mechanism 1. Chlorella and oxidative stress reduction on telomeres. Chlorella is a single-celled freshwater algae exceptionally rich in chlorophyll, carotenoids, and a unique compound called chlorella growth factor. Multiple studies have documented that chlorella consumption reduces markers of oxidative stress, including malondialdehyde and 8-OHDG, the same DNA damage marker that correlates directly with telomere shortening. By reducing the oxidative burden on cells, chlorella protects telomeres from the accelerated erosion that happens under high oxidative stress. Think of chlorella as a chemical shield around the plastic tips of your shoelaces, slowing how quickly they fray. Mechanism 2. Spirulina and telomerase support through inflammation suppression. Spirulina is a blue-green algae rich in phycocyanin, a compound documented to suppress NF-κB, the master inflammatory switch that drives telomere damage through chronic low-grade inflammation. When inflammation is reduced, telomerase activity is preserved. A 2024 review on spirulina and cellular aging documented consistent reductions in inflammatory markers and improvements in oxidative balance with regular supplementation. Lower inflammation translates to better telomere maintenance, and over months and years, this means slower biological aging across every system that depends on cell division. Mechanism 3. Lemon balm and evening cortisol reduction. Lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, has been used for over 2,000 years as a calming herb. A 2024 review published in the journal Nutrients documented that lemon balm consumption reduces perceived stress, improves sleep quality, and lowers evening cortisol levels in adult subjects across multiple controlled trials. The active compounds, particularly rosmarinic acid and triterpenes, support GABA neurotransmitter activity, the primary calming signal in your nervous system. Lower evening cortisol means telomerase can do its repair work overnight without interference. The UCLA research established that cortisol suppresses telomerase. Lemon balm directly addresses that suppression in the window when telomere repair happens most actively. These three mechanisms work together. Chlorella reduces oxidative stress on telomeres. Spirulina suppresses the inflammation that damages them. Lemon balm lowers the cortisol that interferes with their repair. All three from one evening drink. Here is the exact protocol drawn from the research. Step 1. 1 teaspoon, approximately 3 grams, of high-quality chlorella powder. Look for cracked cell wall chlorella, which dramatically improves nutrient absorption. The standard chlorella cell wall is too tough for human digestion. Step 2. 1 teaspoon, approximately 3 grams, of spirulina powder. Choose a verified source tested for heavy metal contamination, which can occur in lower-quality algae products. Step 3. 1 cup of warm lemon balm tea, brewed from 1 tablespoon of dried lemon balm leaves, or 1 tea bag steeped in 8 ounces of water heated to 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Do not use boiling water, which degrades some of the active compounds. Step 4. Combine the chlorella and spirulina powders into the warm lemon balm tea. Stir thoroughly until fully dissolved. The drink will be deep green and slightly earthy in flavor. Add a small squeeze of fresh lemon juice if desired, which improves the absorption of the antioxidant compounds. Step 5. Consume 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing aligns with the body's natural cortisol decline curve and supports the overnight repair window when telomerase activity is highest. Step 6. Do not add dairy milk or honey. Casein proteins bind to the polyphenols in lemon balm and reduce absorption. Sugar triggers a small insulin spike that interferes with the calming effect. Now here are the clinical pro tips that matter. First, consistency over heroics. The studies showing meaningful improvements in oxidative stress markers and cortisol patterns ran for 8 to 12 weeks of daily intake. Doing this 3 nights a week will not produce the same effect. Every evening, ideally, is what the research supports. Second, track sleep quality, morning energy, and high-sensitivity C-reactive protein if you have lab access. These are the real, daily indicators that respond to the protocol within weeks. Improvements in sleep quality usually appear first, often within 2 to 3 weeks. Third, pair the drink with a 30-minute wind-down routine. Dim lights, limit screen time, and let the parasympathetic nervous system engage. The drink amplifies the calming signals. The behavior creates the environment for those signals to take effect. Fourth, store the powders correctly. Both chlorella and spirulina oxidize when exposed to light, heat, and moisture. Keep them in airtight containers in a cool, dark cabinet. Use within 6 months of opening. Now, the 4 mistakes that silently cancel the benefits. Mistake 1. Using cheap, untested algae products. Lower quality chlorella and spirulina can contain heavy metals or contamination. Always choose verified sources with third-party testing. Mistake 2. Drinking it too late at night. Consuming the drink within 30 minutes of sleep can produce mild stimulation in some people due to the chlorophyll and B vitamins. 30 to 60 minutes before bed is the optimal window. Mistake 3. Using regular chlorella with intact cell walls. Without cracked cell wall processing, your body absorbs only a fraction of the active compounds. Always choose cracked cell wall chlorella. Mistake 4. Quitting before week 8. Telomere protection and cortisol pattern recalibration are real and measurable, but they operate on a multi-week timescale. Most people give up exactly when the underlying biology is beginning to shift. Commit to 90 days before evaluating anything. Your telomeres are not finished. The repair systems are still inside you. The cortisol patterns can be recalibrated through consistent evening inputs. The science is clear, and the application is as simple as 1 warm green drink before bed. Let me bring it all together. Telomere length determines in part how quickly you age, and chronic cortisol exposure directly suppresses the telomerase enzyme that maintains them. The evening green drink of 1 teaspoon chlorella, 1 teaspoon spirulina, and lemon balm tea addresses both drivers at once. Chlorella reduces oxidative stress on telomeres. Spirulina suppresses inflammation that damages them. Lemon balm lowers evening cortisol so telomerase can function overnight. The protocol is consumption 30 to 60 minutes before bed with no dairy or sugar, paired with a calming wind-down routine. Avoid cheap untested algae, drinking too late, intact cell wall chlorella, and quitting before week 8. Track sleep quality, morning energy, and high-sensitivity CRP as your real indicators. Your biological age is not predetermined. It is shaped every single evening by the inputs you give the systems that are still inside you, still functional, still responsive. You have far more leverage than anyone has told you. If this information gave you something you can actually start tonight, please do 2 things for me. First, share this video with someone over 50 you care about who has been struggling with poor sleep, rising stress, and the slow drift of biological aging they have been told is just part of getting older. They deserve to know there is a specific, food-based, evidence-supported evening ritual that takes 3 minutes and works at the cellular level. Second, subscribe to this channel and hit the like button if you haven't already. It tells the algorithm this kind of content matters, and it directly helps me keep producing real evidence-based videos on healthy aging instead of recycled trends. In my next video, I am breaking down the morning food that has been clinically shown to amplify telomerase activity when combined with the evening green drink protocol you just learned. The two work together through 24-hour cellular protection. You will not want to miss it. I'll see you in the next one. Dr. Lina out.